Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters. Welcome back to my channel Graceful Thought. It's day 13 of our 30 days Ramadan Hadith challenge, and today we are going to discuss about the silent abuse many women are facing nowadays. Many women suffer silently in their marriages. Sometimes it is not physical abuse but constant emotional pressure. A comment from mother-in-law, a rude tone from the husband, or a comparison with another daughter-in-law. These are the common things which we observe in Desi families. And slowly the heart becomes heavy and our mind becomes zoned out. Today I want to talk about something very important. How to stop reacting to everything your husband or in-laws. These are the ways which I usually do, and I always recommend others to do so. I observe peace in my heart and productivity in my mind when I started doing all these things. The first thing is, not every battle is worth fighting. We have to understand that it is one of the biggest mistakes we make in reacting to every small comment. Let me give you one example. Your mother-in-law says, "Oh, other daughter-in-law wake up earlier than you. Why you are not waking up earlier?" Immediately your mind started burning. Oh my god, I'm doing so much but still not getting any reward or any appreciation. So you want to explain, defend or argue. But ask yourself, will this argument bring peace? Sometimes silence is stronger than explanation. Sometimes walking away is not weakness but it is a wisdom. So understand that not everything which others told us is worth thinking about it. Don't think, don't react. Second thing, this is one of the difficult thing, but if you learn how to deal with this thing, definitely you will observe certain changes in your life. The second is, understand that people act from their own pain. Many mother-in-laws behave harshly because of their own fears and insecurities. For example, a mother-in-law might feel that after marriage she is losing her son, so she becomes controlling. A husband might come home tired and frustrated from work. Instead of communicating calmly, he speaks harshly. This does not mean their behavior is correct, but understanding the reason behind behavior can help you not to react emotionally. There are many homes where I observed that a mother-in-law who suffered a lot when she was young and in her early days of marriage. From her own mother-in-law, she get many frustrated and emotional abuse, and that thing she is giving to her own daughter-in-law. I mean, this all thing, the trauma, the abuse, the emotional manipulation and everything is transforming generation by generation. So once you start thinking that we have to take step and we have to put a full stop on this kind of manipulation, definitely you will achieve it. If you understand that your mother-in-law is doing something harm or abusing you verbally, that means you also suffered something. But this particular thing is not applicable on all the mother-in-laws. Most of the mother-in-laws are really very toxic and narcissist in nature. So for them we have to do certain many other things that we will discuss in another videos. But rest of the mother-in-laws can, we can understand their pain, and we just stop reacting, and no need to answer everything, no need to take everything emotionally. And third thing is, learn the power of delayed reaction. One powerful trick is, do not react immediately. Example, your husband says something hurtful like, "You are not looking beautiful." You get ready for a event and your husband says, "You are not looking good." Instead of replying instantly, pause, take a breath, wait for your emotions to calm down. Later, you can say calmly, "When you said that earlier, it hurt me." You can explain him. When emotions are high, conversation become war. Understand this. When emotions are calm, conversation becomes solution. Fourth thing, protect your energy. Not every person deserves access to your emotional energy. Example, your in-laws criticize your cooking. Instead of arguing for 20 minutes or instead of overthinking it every night, simply say, "I will try to improve next time," and move on. Your pause is more valuable than winning an argument. So we have to understand this. Not everything which someone is saying to us we have to explain them. They are speaking regarding to their own perspective. Whatever comes in their mind, they are speaking that. I mean, if the mind is negative, definitely they will speak negative. If the mind is positive and calm, definitely they will speak positive. So understand this thing. You are not responsible for pleasing everyone. You are responsible for protecting your own heart and your relationship with Allah. Fifth thing, focus on your own growth. Instead of spending all your energy reacting to others, invest that energy in yourself. Improve your character, improve your patience, strengthen your connection with Allah. Because at the end of the day, no one is going to come in between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Definitely, you have to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and explain Him all the things, not to anyone in this from this world. We are not supposed to explain ourselves to anyone in this world. We are supposed to explain our situation, our scenarios, our feelings to only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He only listen, and definitely Allah will make a solution for you. Allah is not going to ask you how perfect you are with your in-laws. Will you were pleasing your in-laws? Are you happy with them? Why, when, how? These things Allah will never going to ask you. Allah will only observe your niyat, your patience, your strength. He will ask you how you responded. That's it. Nothing. Remember, marriage and family relationships are not always easy and happy. Sometimes the greatest strength is not speaking louder, but remaining calm. Not every comment deserves your reaction. Not every situation deserves your anger. Sometimes the most important and powerful response is silence, patience, and dignity. And remember, Allah sees every tear, Allah sees every moment of patience, and Allah never let patience go unrewarded. I hope my beautiful sister understand all these 5 things, and definitely you are going to apply in your daily life. May Allah help us, guide us, and give us patience. Till then, stay tuned for day 14. Assalamu alaikum.